I'm doing it for my daughter.
I'm an Olympic weightlifter.
We've got Lo Main. He added a third one. Arnold Cogwell says, Nick, do your best Mike Tyson impression for tomorrow's Tyson versus Paul fight. Also, tell us a funny / story from the DFW shows. Come down again. I'll go to all 4 shows this time. What's DFW?
You have to leave. You need to go now. It's time for you to go.
I
hate to get high.
Yeah,
I want to get high.
Lately.
What?
Everything I've seen of him, he's like, looks like he's gonna do something to himself bad.
I'm not gonna lose.
I think he's trying to like snap into it. I think he's trying to like snap into it.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson is the most like honestly, Mike Tyson's character arc is one of the biggest in American media in history. Mm-hmm. Like watching him go from like that to that on TV. I can't think of anyone that's like Michael Jackson. They tried with Macaulay Culkin, but they couldn't stop him.
You need to get out of here. Spinal.
No, I enjoy watching
Mike Tyson. He was
Mike
a coworker, right? At one point.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was my contemporary at one point. That's true. Yeah, he was there. I never met him though. I knew him, Mike Tyson, but can't wait for the fight. It'll be exciting. It'd be exciting to watch him take a $3 million paycheck and then fall on the ground and then tell him he's a good fighter and then say there's a lot of respect. It'll be interesting.
You think he's getting paid a lot?
He'll take $3 million to fall on the ground.
I'd take that.
Yeah, but Tyson, do you think people are calling me an idiot? I think Jake Paul's going to slaughter Mike Tyson. I mean, if they're really fighting, how does 58-year-old Mike Tyson have a shot here? He doesn't move the way he used to. Even when you watch him on pads, people are like, oh my God, he looks like a killer on pads. First of all, he doesn't even look like a killer on the pads. He looks good, like comparatively to an average person, but he doesn't look good compared to a professional boxer.
He's an older.
You think he's going to win?
I mean, I think Jake Paul's pretty good. I think Tyson, he looks. I mean, this is not.
I hope it's
kind of preposterous for me to give any kind of input, but it's just.
I don't know. I don't know. I think Mike Tyson's got like I hope in my head like the psychological arc of Mike Tyson is arguably one of the most fun things in American media. Like where he was to where he is now, and now he's just like on mushrooms, being like, like I love Mike Tyson. Like he's on just podcasts full shrooming.
Do you think like women that he brutally watch those podcasts in horror?
I'm so disappointed in Mike for what he did to me, but
he's funny now.
He's fun. Like he's really loose and he's come a long way. But if they can't like unsnap,
he's doing BetterHelp ad reads.
I need to get high. But him not being able to turn it off and having to like punch Jake Paul's head until he's dead.
Yeah,
I feel is like a low key. I don't know. I don't feel like Jake Paul has the wherewithal to get himself out of a crime.
That's a good point. Do they have weird rules for this fight? You look up Paul versus Tyson rules.
Is it headgear?
That was all a rumor. I don't think that's true. I read that they dispelled that. I heard 18-ounce gloves and headgear, which was like crazy.
Right.
But I heard that's all just a rumor.
They're not going to wear headgear.
No, that's crazy.
It's ridiculous. All right, so this is just fake bullshit.
Yeah, he put out like footage of him hitting the pads. Tyson was like, day one, and he hit him, and he looked good.
Yeah,
but
there's a video of Mike using like a walking stick.
Yeah, I think it's a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, but that might have been temporary injury or something.
Isn't he eating shrooms all the time and shit? Like totally wild. Like I see when I see interviews of Mike, it's always like him. Like I just ate a few caps before I came on. Like I've eaten mushrooms before. I've eaten them like 25, 30 times. I can't. Like I couldn't do this interview. I couldn't be on anything.
No.
You do like a half a bump of fucking coke, and you're like, oh, I'm a fucking mess.
I'd go in the shower. I look in the mirror. I'm flexing, and the shoe say, "You know you're gonna die."
I was about to say, at some point, they got to Mike.
You do know you're gonna die, but fucking shoe say you do know you're gonna die. All right, so and this is speeding the process by working out this damn hard.
Where does he do his podcast?
Up in a winery,
yeah, brewery, liquor store.
They do the podcast in the same room that is the bonus level in Street Fighter, where you're kicking the barrels.
Yeah. Oh, that is the barrel one.
What the fuck is that set?
That's Kevin Hart's distillery for his Irish whiskey brand.
Dude, if you buy Irish whiskey from a black guy, you should be fucking shot dead. What do you want me to say?
Shoot him in a fucking head. What the fuck are you doing know about Irish whiskey? Would you fucking steal the distillery? Why don't you stick to bikes?
Imagine buying Irish whiskey from a little black guy.
Why'd you shoplift the distillery? Poor Mike Tyson. But I don't know. I just don't understand how like you just. I'm gonna go fight a decently. I don't know. It's just nuts. You gotta be.
I mean, Jake Paul's young and he's taking it seriously and he's a actual boxer. And Mike Tyson looks pretty slow when he fought
Roy Jones
Jr. He just looks slow.
Did he win that?
It was a draw, I think, right? Because it was. I think if there was no knockout, they called it a draw.
Look up Tyson versus Jones Jr.
Really?
It wasn't great. Yeah, like watching that fight, you're like, oh, it's not like he's got like. He's not this killer, right? He's like, it's fun. He's like sparring. I think Jake Paul, I don't look, it just seems like he's got an ego that's not going to let him lose to a 57-year-old Mike Tyson when he's genuinely trying to really box. Like this isn't just a game for him. I feel like Jake Paul in his mind will be world champion one day and he sees that path and that's what he's looking to do.
Shit.
So I don't think he's going to like lose for, the cameras.
Who's at the top of his weight class?
I don't even know.
Will have to really be on the ball. Mike Tyson. Shit, go ahead, Roy. Mike Tyson with a cavalcade of first-round knock. Get up in there, Roy. Shit, in and out. 12 ounce gloves.
Who's doing the commentary?
The guy from The Wire.
Shit, come on, Roy. You got him.
Someone's unk.
We're going to celebrate with some Irish whiskey after this.
Shit. My boy.
Roy Jones Jr. We're talking. The referee says, "Get me first. I gotta hold him." He said he's bringing his hand. I gotta hold him. Oh, I can imagine that power. That's power. Okay. Come on, Roy.
I mean, it looks like an old Mike Tyson. That's what, he's moving like Mike Tyson, but it's like at 1/10 the speed. I'm gonna watch it, obviously.
Where is it?
Arlington, Texas.
They should have done it in the Sphere.
Oh, they should have did it.
They did it at the Sphere. That would have been
That'd
the
be cool.
coolest fucking thing in the world. Yeah. I don't want to see U2. I want to see Mike
U2's
Tyson and Jake Paul in the Sphere.
I think U2 is still doing their contract is still going on.
They
right?
are, yeah. It's just my least favorite band, I think, of all time.
Fair.
And I was in Vegas and I could have gotten free tickets and I was just like, I would literally rather just sit in my hotel room and do nothing than go watch U2 in the Sphere. And then there was a rumor about Shane. I think that was just a rumor. I don't think that was real though. But about Shane doing a Tarantino movie. But I bet there is like a kernel of truth to whatever that came from.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting to watch Netflix like to do shit like that, where they're like, anything, we'll do boxing, we'll do anything.
Well, I think it's they don't even give a shit. Like even about with the cancel culture shit, Netflix doesn't really give a shit until it's a problem. Then they'll just fucking, they're like, all right, fuck you, delete, peace. I don't give a fuck. But all those rumors existed. Like they didn't give a shit. Like all that shit about Louis C.K. Like the rumor about Louis C.K. was like that he throat women in a hotel room for years and everyone still worked with him and gave him Emmys and the rumor was worse than the actual truth that came out and nobody really gave a shit until it was a problem and people are just pussies.
And then they'll be like, well, we need the money, so forget anything. Yeah, no, Netflix is I don't like the Mike Tyson fight and shit like that, like immediately. You guys gonna be excited about the Tyson?
Is that a Netflix thing?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Oh, really?
The first live sporting event.
With Paul?
Man, Netflix really must be
right
looking around for.
I was on the app. You could get games. I don't even know this.
shit.
You get mobile games on Netflix
Really?
on the app. You could just download and play mobile games.
Netflix would come over here and then lotion up for us. Lotion on their face.
Dude, Netflix is punching the power pad. You can fucking lotion.
I'm here, dude. It's like, I'll do whatever, man. Right now, like all gloves are off, dude.
Netflix is down.
we met did we met TJ, the guy from the Black Rifle Coffee? JT.
Yeah.
He was talking about it. Like he was like, we were having a conversation. He was like talking about Netflix and like how they're taking in a ton of money. Like they take in so much money, and it's like the conversation was basically like they're not performing. Like the money's wise, like they're taking a shitload of money and they're putting this much out, and it's just not working out.
Really? Right.
And I was like, damn, how the fuck is it? And then it kind of makes sense.
I'm sure it's. I'm sure it's.
Well, they had to bump their price up like twice in a 6-month period. Their subscriber fee, they bumped it up twice over a very short period of time.
How much is it?
Because they needed money. I don't know.
Account sharing too is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's it's kind of pricey. I mean, I pay a lot of money on all the streaming, so and I have like everything.
Yeah.
And it's fucking, it turns into a lot. Like some of them are like $20. Disney Plus, I have for my kid, it's like $20-$30 a month.
Yeah. Yeah. Disney's a fucking, yeah, I like that. The kids are watching all Disney. Yeah, no, they like, and they a la carte you so bad. It's unbelievable. But just watching them flounder in about face is really fucking funny. Because like 2 years ago, it was like if it's not a black lesbian saving a burning politician's kid in a fire, it's not going to hit the light of day. And now they're like fucking let's get 𝐁𝐸𝐸 and Moana too. Like immediately about. Yeah. Was the rumor? Now I can't get Louis throat fucking chicks out of my head.
Yeah. Well, it was bad. Like the rumor, nobody knew the rumor, but it was like that he like held the door closed and wouldn't let these girls leave. And then it was like the truth was no, he just like was famous and rich and he was like, hey, can I jerk off in front of you? And they were like, all right, cool. He did it, and then they
got all sour about it.
That was it.
Harmless.
Yeah.
Harmless.
Big deal.
You gotta get written. You gotta get NDAs.
I don't even think a written would have mattered. They would have like, yeah, he used his power to make them sign a fucking thing. Like what?
I signed it under duress.
Dude, power. If I'm a chick, like power is what's hot. I want hot power.
Yeah, in my hand. Your own hand to throw it at me. I don't care. You're powerful.
That's what it is. Like power is on a dude is like big tits on a chick.
Yeah, she's got you anyway. I mean, Sarah Silverman crawled up there and ate out of a hand. Her goofy ass fucking. Oh, yes, so Louis. Like she's like, oh, what? I'm so disappointed in you, Louis. As she's like sucking him off his hand. I think about that a lot.
Bad things happen.
Go back.
But I don't understand, man. Why am I feeling this way? I don't know.
You ever see him get all fucked up on shrooms?
Whoa!
He's like, I'm a duck. Ah!
Oh.
Mike Tyson's wild.
Remember the one-man show he put on? He's doing like the dance with the fedora on. He's doing like a one-man show on HBO. It was freaking awesome.
Right there, Mike Tyson asks Boosie if he is homosexual.
How do you feel about other people's feelings? You know, you offend a lot of people. You talk about fucking gay.
No, a lot of times I need to shut the fuck up. It's just.
Why don't you?
I don't know, man. It be hard.
Why do you say things about a person that might be a homosexual? Why do you say that about them? Do you feel there's a possibility that you're a homosexual and you by disrespect them, you further yourself from being a homosexual or thinking you may like homosexuals?
Nah. I'm straight as an arrow. I'm just saying,
I'm not saying you are, but why do you have? If you're straight, why do you?
I really commented on the Dwayne Wade situation because I got offended because it's a child. That's why I really got offended. And that's why I really said if it was a motherfucking 19-year-old, 18.
I wouldn't want to fight Mike Tyson. Even if you killed the guy, he would still kill you. He wouldn't die.
I'd have if I knew Mike Tyson came, I'd have a small. You know those chef's things that are this big with paint? You can put paint in them? I would fill it with gasoline and I'd throw fire. I'd light him on fire.
Yeah, I mean, you have to.
Before he hit me, I'd be like, he'd be like, oh, yeah, fight me now.
You'd have to.
I get it. If I knew there was an inkling that Mike Tyson was coming for me, I'd have a quarter ounce of cayenne pepper in my bag, ready to fucking douse him. There's no way. I wouldn't shoot him. Because I'm not going to. I would just have an ounce. I'd have my hand in my pocket, and an ounce of cayenne pepper, and I would throw it right in his fucking eyes. Like if Mike Tyson started turning on me, and I knew it was going to go down,
you would need a gun.
Oh yeah, no, you need
an elephant gun.
Yeah. I think I could outrun him. I think I could probably outsprint him away.
Yeah.
But
you think so?
Yeah,
he's probably like he's running on 45 miles per hour.
No, it's just I because I like Boosie.
If we ever do interviews, we do have to have guns with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not me.
That's not
just so you guys know.
That sounds actually kind of fun.
You need to bring a gun to interviews, just so you know, Chuck.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Even
I'm just getting the Hell's Angels.
Not interviews here, but interviews elsewhere.
Yeah.
I've already talked to them.
Even on Zoom.
Even on Zoom. Down. You know Hell's Angels are like down for private security.
Okay.
That's a buy. Go buy it. I'll kill you. Go buy it. I'm gonna slaughter you. I need to get high. I need to get high.
That's fucking horrifying.